Welcome back to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. A Missouri S&T student who allegedly made threats to open fire on campus was arrested in West Plains on January 25th. 20-year-old Alexander Beetler of St. James was taken into custody after Phelps County authorities interviewed victims and confiscated an AK-47 with nearly 900 rounds of ammunition from Beetler's home. Beetler reportedly made the threats on January 21st, including Facebook messages to his sister, stating that he thought about emptying all 6 rifle magazines on campus and killing his father. Beetler is being held at the Howell County Jail on a $100,000 bond. A report released from Missouri S&T states that because the situation did not pose an immediate threat to the campus community, the university did not issue an alert. A Rolla man has been charged with 2 felonies after allegedly setting a porch and then a field on fire. 35-year-old Edward Stolhans was arrested on January 25th after an officer was dispatched to a residence on a county road for a report of arson. Stolhans was asked to leave, and upon doing so, opted to go full pyro. The officer found Stolhans about a quarter mile from the scene, writing in his report that the suspect was, quote, obviously intoxicated and very uncooperative. As he was being placed in the patrol car, Stolhans headbutted the officer in the face. Stolhans was issued a bond amount of $250,000. A warm place to stay and a hot meal can make all the difference for the homeless. It was recently reported that the mission in Rolla hired its first executive director. Leanne set out to take a tour of the facility and spoke with Ashley Brooks about her plans for the organization.
Ashley, what do you think fuels homelessness in Rolla, Missouri? Are there unique factors, or is it just the same as everywhere else?
Well, there are many of the same factors that do exist, but in rural areas, there are less transportation options. And so access to safety net resources is made more difficult, and then the resources that are available, often they're covering multiple counties, and so people getting access to those resources is sometimes made harder than it is in urban areas.
How many people would you say the mission serves?
Yeah, we serve about 300 meals a week, and that number is growing every week. And on any given day, we have about 50 individuals that will come in to utilize one of our resources because we have a free laundromat, we do 3 free meals, and we have an overnight program, and we also have a shower. So, and then over the week, we have a few hundred people that will come to us.
My name is Mark. The mission has been good for me because I'm a diabetic, and I have been since I was 2 years old. They offer me 3 meals a day. I've been here since December 19th of last year, so over a year. And Sunday will be my last day here. I'm going home to Arizona. They've been a godsend for me.
Who is it that funds the mission?
It's all donors. It is all the community people that have come together. And whenever I was volunteering here, I realized that they weren't even asking people for money. People were just showing up and saying, what do you need? How can I help? And then now that I'm on board, I would like to start applying for some grants, but that's going to take a little bit.
What can volunteers do, and are you looking for volunteers right now?
Yes, we are always looking for volunteers, yeah. Our overnight program, we need volunteers to come and stay overnight, and that is just a really easy introduction to volunteering because you can even sleep. We're looking for people that want to just come and hang out during the day and listen to people that want to talk, because a lot of people that come to us, they're lonely, and they just want somebody to talk to, or they're going through a really hard time and they don't have anyone that they can talk to. And then cleaning and organizing. There's always cleaning and organizing to be done. And so anyone that wants to do that, I strongly encourage you, because that is not my strength.
What strategies do you plan to bring to the table now that you're the director of the mission?
I would like to start getting the community more involved. It's just giving people the opportunity to give. This community is beyond generous, and they have come together and they are rallying around us. And so giving more people the opportunity to help and to give is wonderful.
If someone needs a place to stay or a meal, give us the address of the mission.
Yes, our address is 708 North Main Street in Rolla, and the entrance is on 8th Street, and we are in the basement of the Vineyard Church, and anyone is welcome.
A Waynesville woman is facing charges stemming from an incident in which she allegedly scalped her SO with a knife. 44-year-old Michelle Morgan was taken into custody following a domestic altercation with her boyfriend, whose name has not been released. According to the Pulaski County Sheriff's Department, the victim was found suffering from cuts to the head. His scalp was located on the floor of the residence, along with 2 large and bloody kitchen knives. Morgan told deputies, quote, "I swung first, he threw me to the ground, and I cut him because I thought he was going to cut me." Morgan is being held in the Pulaski County Jail on a $500,000 bond. An Arkansas man was charged on January 22nd after allegedly trying to crash a car to kill both himself and the woman riding with him. 38-year-old Luke Goodman of Brookland, Arkansas, was arrested on a charge of third-degree domestic assault after allegedly grabbing the steering wheel of a moving vehicle and forcing it off Highway 63. Jamie Coster, the woman in the vehicle, told West Plains police that the two had been arguing and that Goodman said, quote, "Let's just both die right now," before jerking the steering wheel and forcing the vehicle off the road. Goodman is being held at the Howell County Jail on a $2,500 bond. While the temperature outside is falling, the engines inside the Calvin Civic Center are roaring. The exhibition hall was the scene of I-44 Speedway's winter shootout on January 19th and 20th, as people from all over the country went head-to-head in dirt track competition.
Hi, I'm Brennan Willard, and the owner and promoter of the annual I-44 Winter Shootout here in Lebanon, Missouri. And we're proud that we've brought in over 350 entries here this weekend from over 10 states. Some guys as far away as the very northern part of Wisconsin, southern part of Georgia, as far as away as Colorado west, and Fort Wayne, Indiana to the east. So we've stretched a long ways all over the Midwest and all of the United States, actually. And brought in some of the best young talent in the United States, and then a lot of our good local talent, lots of dirt champions, asphalt champions, and some of their kids as well. So this has been a very exciting weekend, and a lot of good talented racers on hand. So we have kids racing from as young as 5 to 14 in the quarter midgets, and the go-karts you'll see there's kids classes when they start as early as 5 in those as well, and then you'll see the adult classes. The youngest you could be in the adult class is 14. And ranging all the way up to you in your 60s or 70s, how old you want to be that you feel physically fit enough to jump behind the wheel and go play in the mud. Kids usually race for a very large trophy, and we had 4 classes paying on Saturday night of $500 to win. So there was a huge purse on the line, lots of races paying $200 to $300 to win on Friday night, and like I said, 4 different classes paying over $500 to win on Saturday. So huge amount of prize money up for grabs, and a very large trophy and bragging rights for the whole year to be the winter shootout champion. It's $10 for adults to get in the grandstands. Kids 10 and under are free. We did military appreciation night this year on Friday night. We're going to look to do that again next year. So all military are admitted free, and so you can bring a family of 4. Like I was saying, if you got 2 kids under 10, you bring a family of 4 out for $20 and go enjoy a good night of racing in the nice heated Calvin Civic Center in the middle of winter. So can't beat it.
5 Rolla High School students will be performing at the National Thespian Festival in Lincoln, Nebraska in June. This is the first time any student from Rolla High has qualified for that event. Kelly Brown, Peyton Pennington, Tyler Fry, Alora Jones, and Stephon Pennington earned high scores at the Missouri State Thespian Conference, qualifying them for nationals. The state event is held annually, giving drama students an opportunity to perform in front of judges and college representatives. An addition was made recently to the new Veterans Memorial Hall at Rolla High School. A pair of benches were donated by Doc Roberts, a familiar face in the Rolla community. Roberts made the donation not only as an alum of RHS, but as a military veteran and retired teacher. He was honored with a plaque on January 24th. That's all for now. Thanks for watching the weekly recap. I'll see you next time. The weekly recap is brought to you by Rice Chopper, Cookin' from Scratch, the UPS store of Rolla, Bayard Dodge in West Plains, and the Ozarks Medical Center.